Alright, so all the framing and the light boxes and the decking are essentially on. There's just a few more things we have to do to this boat. But we are getting ready to go ahead and turf it. And we're going to do it with a turf color that is audience inspired. You guys chose this color, and we worked with HydroTurf to make it come to light. And that is what will be going on this entire boat. We will also be discussing the specifics of EVA foam, different types, and why EVA foam overall is better. It's the more choice one to use versus carpet or vinyl or rhino liner. Stay tuned. Quick reminder that if this series is too fast or not specific enough in one area, we do have masterclasses for channel members specific to the level. Check them out. Anyways, we left off at framing and decking and making the light boxes for this entire boat. Now that that's finally done, naturally the decking should come next before all of the full rigging. To do this, we are using HydroTurf Cut Groove Camo EVA foam. It comes in several different variations of camo color, but regardless of whatever camo color or even a straight color that you choose, the Cut Groove HydroTurf, in my opinion, is the most durable and long-lasting and honestly the best stuff to use for decking. And I don't say that about all EVA foam. Specifically, I'm talking about HydroTurf Cut Groove Camo. The pre-routed or even non-routed stuff that you end up routing like this is alright. There's some good quality stuff out there, but is nowhere near as robust as the Cut Groove Camo. I don't know what it is about the formulation. This stuff is just really tough. I did in theory think initially that because it was foam, which is essentially bloated plastic, that it wouldn't be very tough. But this stuff has been abrasion resistant, stain resistant. I haven't washed this whole deck once since I've made it, and this boat's been around in existence for like a year, and it still looks freaking great. So I'm gonna just continue to use this stuff both inside compartments and on the top of the deck. Plus all the cut groove lines just make everything straight. You could cut all this stuff up in a billion pieces and stick it back together, and you wouldn't really be able to tell that it was cut up just because of the camo design and how tight the cut grooves are versus say like pre-routed line teak. So now that the front deck is layered, we need to finish the top of the light boxes. They're the only thing that we haven't decked yet. We've been decking everything out of sheet metal. The whole deck was 090, but we'll be able to deck these boxes in 063 because it's just a shorter span. The thinner sheet metal is really easy to cut and work with, but when you have to weld it, I tell you, that stuff tweaks. And I think I had to re-weld it a few times to get it all straight on there. But eventually, it starts to work out. Everything starts to fit together. Another trick that we like to do is we like to leave an inside overhang. So that way when you cut the turf over, say, a sidewall, the end overhang will cover that. And then if you line that with, say, an edge guard, door edge guard, which is entirely around the whole rim of the inside boxes, then that just lays right over it. And then when you panel it, the panel sits underneath the overhang lip, and it looks much cleaner that way. EVA foam's qualities don't just stop at looking really good aesthetically and being very tough and mold resistant for the decking. It's potentially even better inside compartments. For one, it's foam, so it deadens sound and it actually keeps stuff inside your compartments cooler. It also will not mold or stink in the event that water gets in there and stays in there and it becomes kind of humid and stagnant. Wanna know how much room's in this boat? So big you can fit a small person.
Hey, I'm normal size.
And now for some aesthetic side paneling. This is HydroTurf Flat Gray Teak. We're using this to cover all the exterior paneling that lies underneath the horizontal decking. We route down the company logo just enough to give it a two-tone gray look with our logo design. And after all the time we spent putting all that stuff on and slicing down the cut groove and bending it so it turned corners like this, we're able to panel underneath that catch lip that we put the edge guard on like this. And it looks pretty awesome. This stuff may not be as aesthetically flashy as the routed teak turf that most people see from like CNC kits, but it's incredibly easy to install because it's just nothing but a series of small lines together. That means you can bunch them up right on top of each other, right over the hatches, and then just cut with a utility knife alongside the hatches and the track frames, or whatever size or style decking you have on your boat. And it just looks really good. We're very happy this gray that replaces a lot of the dark browns or yellows in the standard HydroTurf camo colors. We got rid of that, and it just matches a lot more boats. Like, this is a flat gray boat. All the other turf colors, with the exception of maybe like Gator Cam, would have not looked great on it. This is the biggest, most advanced boat that I've ever had to build, and I'm really glad I was able to use our house turf on it as a first run. Next, we're going to be getting to the rigging. We've already done a lot of the aesthetics, all of that's complete, but what takes the longest and what is the most hard, tough, difficult, time-consuming thing is all the rigging. Everything that makes this boat function, like how you see here, we're going to be tackling that in the next video, right before the end reveal. Stay tuned for that, guys. Appreciate your time. See you out there.